All right, so here I have my big piece of paper. It's 12 by 18 inches. You can find this paper on the metal rolling table next to the telephone. And I've already started to draw some lines on here, but we're gonna do a little math before we get started. So the goal of gridding, the whole purpose behind it is to take the picture that we have and we're gonna copy it exactly, only blow it up and make it larger. So if we started with this measurement, this grid we did in our notebook, and we gridded 1-inch squares. So when we do this measurement here, the original measurement of the piece of paper that we're using, 12 by 18 inches, we want it to be twice as big. So we want to go from 6 inches to 12 inches. So how big would the squares have to be on this piece of paper, the big piece of paper? If you said 2 inches, you're right. So we're going from 1-inch squares in our notebook to 2-inch squares on our big piece of paper. So the way we're going to do that, very similar, starting with the 0 line, on our ruler, you're going to not make marks every 1 inch, but every 2 inches instead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Again, do the same thing on the other end. And then simply connect them. Okay, so when you have your grid drawing, the way that this works is that you're gonna go line by line. Let's see here. So I'm gonna say, all right, this is my top line here. There's a lot of information in these squares in the background. This is a picture of Henry on a carousel. So there's a lot going on. I'm gonna edit some of that out. You don't have to do everything in the background if you have a very busy background like mine. Most of you took your pictures on a white wall, so that's good. So I'm gonna start in this first square, ignoring Buffalo Wild Wings in the background. I'm gonna see that his hat kind of just goes up a little bit, and it makes the highest point right in this third box. And then it comes back down. There's also the pole of the carousel that I want to put into this drawing. So I'm going to continue following the information that's in this grid to help me accurately. Here's the bill of his hat. Gridding is great because it just helps you figure out where everything goes. So you're gonna go through your whole picture and start to transfer that information. That's where I'm gonna stop for today. Once we've drawn our picture, I'll talk about adding a little bit of value in there using the torn paper, and we'll go to the next step. Please let me know if you have any questions and you can get started.